practice.
It's up to you, sure. something about reading pavement. If you look closely, you'll see that the pavement is different colors.
Yep.
You have different shades of black. And you'll notice on every corner, you have a darker shade of black. Right. And inside here and right there. Okay, here, see that? That's basically telling you where your outside tire should be. Outside tire should be in there. Outside tire should be there. See how close it comes into the apex there? Get out signal.
I think you were a bad influence.
Oh God, oh God. Listen, believe it or not, that was part of the learning process.
I absolutely know it. So psyched for it.
And, you know, may that be the worst thing that ever happens to you on any racetrack. Listen, man, I've been off the track 1,000 times, but I've never hit anything. Thing is, when you have those moments, you gotta swallow your pride, accept the fact that you're gonna go off, and just go off, drive off straight.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a bad thing.
No. It could very easily have become a bad thing if, you know, if one jerks the wheel. You know, you can either dig that turned wheel into the soft dirt, or you could dart across track and end up in the tire wall on the other side. So thank you for not doing that.
That was good for me.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's also one of those things where, like, the anticipation of that happening is always there until it happens, and then you're like, oh, it's okay.
Right.
I can make a small mistake. I can
Right.
go off track a little bit here. And I was like, the first time I hit a cone, you know, it was like I'm out there and I'm driving and I'm like, oh, I don't want to hit a cone. I don't want to hit a cone.
Right.
And then you hit a cone, you're like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. The world didn't explode.
Yeah.
And listen, this track has lots of room, runoff room. I mean, even I remember once I came off the downhill. It was just an early apex, and so I ended up tracking out to the left, and I'm like, oh, this is it. This is my first crash, you know. But no, I just remembered something one of my instructors said, keep looking at that bridge, and I kept doing that. And what I didn't realize is, holy crap, there are like 2 car widths of room between the guardrail and the pavement on the grass. I was actually driving on the grass.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Yeah.
So it can happen, you know. Just the thing is, you know, it's grass and it's dirt and it's soft and it could be slippery, especially if wet. But that rule always applies. Always look where you want to go. That's all. And yeah, you never want to jerk the wheel, ever, ever, ever. Just swallow the pride and say, "That's it. All right, I'm going off." And you know,
it seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, here we are right now without attracting attention. You know what the worst thing about a crash is? Everybody coming like, what happened, dude? You know,
I crashed.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. So no worries, man. No worries at all. All right.
Thank you. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and you do want to avoid it because, you know, it's a couple of minutes of lost track time because they want, you know, if it were up to me, I'd just said, just stay out here, you know, but they have their rules.
And I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I That's a good thing.
Yeah,
You know?
cool you down. And
Yep. Just make sure.
Yeah. All right. But you did seem, for whatever it's worth, you did seem a little more nervous after that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very
I
good
definitely
thing.
was a little more.
Yeah.
The first few seconds afterwards, I was like, oh, I'm not nervous at all. Until I came in, I think, to the first turn. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, now I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm nervous.
Yeah, but that old adage, get back on the horse and blah,
Yep.
blah, blah, you know, is
Yep.
really very important.
Yeah.
But no worries, mate.
Awesome.
No worries at all.
It's a little sticky. Yeah, just push hard. Yep. I definitely think I drove better the first session. I felt like I was more on the marks the first one.
Yeah.
I was definitely having trouble with the left. Yeah, the left-hander this time I think was worse. And I did brake a couple times on the downhill and got a little nervous there.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's unusual, too, you know, because usually the second session is better, but I think your rhythm got thrown off after the off.
Yeah.
But that's all right. That's all right.
It'll come back.
Yeah, no worries. Look, I can't think of a single spot on this track where if you come off, oh, you're screwed, you're doomed. I can't think of a single one. You know, there's a good runoff room.
Yeah.
I mean, especially over there, there's a whole football field.
Yeah.
But, that could have been ugly, and it has gotten ugly. You know, you did the wrong. That's why I said stay off, because there was a guy behind us, and you know.
Yeah.
We do the old drop and yank, and we just end up getting back on the track. But all of a sudden, we have traction, and then you know we're going that way. So.
Yep, right into him.
But anyway, you're fine.
Okay.
No worries. All right, Scott.
Thank you.
See you later.